Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my very first nail video that I'm going to be putting up on my channel. I filmed this on my iPhone and it looks pretty good, so I'm going to put it up. I tried to film on my old iPhone last time and it was very blurry, but I got the new one and it just seems to be a lot more clear. So hopefully the quality is okay once it gets up onto YouTube. Today's video I'm going to include acrylic nail removal as well. I did think about doing that video separately and just keeping that as one video and then doing another video where I put fresh new acrylics on, but then I just felt like that bit was too short. It was literally like 3 minutes of the video, so I'm putting it all together. If you don't want to see me remove my old acrylics, you can just skip ahead. I might put a timestamp here or down below and then you can just skip to where I put on my fresh nails. Currently I've had these on maybe 2-3 weeks, I can't really remember. So I did film this a little while ago. They haven't lifted, they're still on, but I will talk about the nails more throughout the video. I'm going to like record a voiceover. But anyway, sorry about the dodgy intro. I know it's like not set up nicely. I've got all the blinds closed today. It's a very, very hot day in Melbourne. Pretty much all over Australia is hitting over 40 degrees in heat, so it's very hot. I've got my pets inside, all the blinds are closed and the aircon went on at like 8 o'clock this morning. My dog's moving around, so yeah, that's why the lighting's just, you know, really dark, and I've got my ring light on really dim and it just looks very, you know, dark in here. So anyway, be kind and gentle to me because I'm not a professional at doing nails. I did do my nail course this year, but obviously like I haven't been doing nails for a really long time. And even doing this set, it'd been like over a month since I'd done my last set and I didn't have any friends to like practice on in between. So yeah, I felt a bit rusty. They turned out really nice though. That's all I've got to say. If you want to see more nail videos, let me know and I'd be happy to do them. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with our acrylic nail removal, and I'm going to start taking off the bling off this nail here, and I must have put these on so good because it was really hard to take off. I even got my drill out just to try and get that really big one off, and eventually I cracked it off. My nails had grown out so much underneath these acrylics, so it was definitely time for a new set. So I'm going to start clipping the edges of the acrylic, and usually they will just kind of split and crack. I'm not too worried about my natural nails underneath because I'm going to cut them back short anyway, just because they need to freshen up, and I'd been wearing these for a few months because I just kind of kept refilling them. So once I've chopped all those down, I'm going to take my drill again and start taking off all the gel polish. And after I do this, then I'm going to start filing down the bulk of the acrylic, just so they're a little bit quicker to soak off. And I'm going to be using pure acetone to soak these off. If you don't, it probably won't work. To soak them off, I'm just going to take cotton balls and put them in acetone and then use these little nail clips just to keep the cotton ball on. I got these nail clips from eBay. They were really, really cheap and they haven't melted away like touching the acetone. I actually thought about that. I was like, will the acetone melt these clips? But they don't, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, once it's kind of melted the acrylic off, I'm just going to like scrape it off with my cuticle pusher. I need to get a new cuticle pusher because this is the only one I've got, and now I've kind of destroyed it doing this. And if I feel like I need to get more acrylic off, then I'll just put the clip back on and then repeat the process. If I sound puffed out, guys, I'm sweating so much. It is very hot today. And after I've scraped all that acrylic off, I'm now going to clip down my natural nails. And yeah, there's no particular way to do this. I'm just clipping them down, and then I'm also going to file them a little bit just to get rid of any jagged, sharp edges, just so they're nice and smooth. This is what they look like after I've taken them off. And if you're not going to put a new set of acrylics on, this is your time to like maybe buff them and put cuticle oil on. But since I'm going in with a new set, I'm just going to go straight over to pushing my cuticles back. And after I've done that, I'm going in with some different kind of like drill bits for my nail drill. I don't know what they're called because I'm just kind of a noob, but I will link everything down below. I'm going to start off with this one to just kind of get that dead skin off the nail plate. And I'm also going to use this round one. This one, oh my God, this one gets off that dead skin. Like, isn't that satisfying to look at? You could just see it all coming off. It's kind of disgusting, but it's also kind of satisfying. I love doing this bit. It just really cleans it up. If you don't get rid of this dead skin before you put your acrylics on, your acrylics will lift. So it's really important to do this part. It's just going to keep the nail on longer and prevent lifting. And now these are the Kmart Press On Nails. They have kind of like a snake print on them. I'm going to turn these into nail tips today. This is the first time I've ever done this. Here, I'm just kind of sizing them up and figuring out which one fits, you know, which nail. You want to really make sure that any nail tips or anything have to fit sidewall to sidewall of your nail. You don't want it to be too small, otherwise it's probably going to pop off or it's going to lift afterwards. So you really want to make sure it's the right size. So here I'm just kind of trimming the bottoms of the press-on nail just because I don't want it to be round at the bottom, if that makes sense, just because I want to leave as much natural nail showing as possible. This will just keep the nails on longer. If you do come across any nail tips or press-on nails that are a little bit too big, you can file in the sides of it just to make it fit perfectly. So yeah, just sizing these up, and then I'm going to take the shine off my natural nail. I didn't have to do too much. When you're doing this, do it very softly. Don't dig into the nail. All you want to do is take off the shine just to get rid of that oiliness, because our bodies produce oils. And again, this is going to help the nails last longer and prevent lifting. After I've done that, I'm going to glue on these tips, and I'm just using the Kmart glue. It wasn't the best, and I'm very aware that this first nail that I glued on, I did not do a good job. I glued it way too far back. I really wanted to glue it further towards the tip, just so, you know, there's more natural nail showing and the nail stays on longer. Yeah, so I kind of stuffed that one up, but you know what? It's still on, and it's been about 2-3 weeks. I felt like the tips kind of lifted a bit with this glue. I use a different glue usually, but I wanted to test this out. So I don't know if it was the tips or the glue, or just I'm maybe not that good at doing nails. I've got no idea. I would have loved to keep these nail tips that length, but I do work in an office and it would just be way too hard for me. So I clipped these down to my desired length, and then obviously I'm going to file them and file the sides. I wanted to go for more of a coffin shape. You can do whatever shape you please. And I also file like over the tip a little bit just to blend it in with my natural nail. Before we start putting on the acrylic, I'm going to go in with this Nail Artistry dehydrator. This will really help kind of get rid of those oils again. And then I also use the acid-free primer. I use both of these, and I feel like these have really improved my nail sets going forward. And I'm using the Out the Door acrylic system, sculpting system. This is the monomer. I'm using Fluid Cover Pink powder, and I'm also going to be using their crystal clear acrylic as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and apply the acrylic. I felt really rusty doing this because I hadn't done it in such a long time. If you do get any acrylic on your skin, make sure you do remove it immediately because it will be very hard to take off. So I'm just applying the acrylic. I don't have a real good method, I guess, only because I am a beginner. I don't have a a certain ball method. You know how some people have like a 3-ball method or a 4-ball method where they do only like 4 balls of acrylic? I don't really have anything like that. I just kind of use as much acrylic as I need. If I need more, I go in with like another bead of acrylic. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason for me. I'm still learning, so it's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes like I pick up a really good ball of acrylic and sometimes it's too dry or it's too wet. But yeah, I guess that kind of comes with the learning process. Now I'm going to go in with my crystal clear acrylic. I'm going to use this more on the tip of the nail because obviously I want that pattern to show through. And I'm also going to use this to kind of build up the strength of the nail. So you want to really create that apex. So, you know, if you hit your nail, it's not going to just snap off. You need to have a really good structure. I really like this acrylic, the Cover Pink and the clear. This brand hasn't given me any trouble so far, and I feel like it's quite easy to work with. So now I'm going to file my nails in. When you do apply acrylic, you do lose the shape. Yeah, so I'm just filing them in, filing the tip. I didn't show the pinky because I was completely out of frame. I did cut out a little bit of the filing, like especially filing over the nails with my hand file. I just felt like, I don't know, you guys would have been here all day watching me file my nails, and I'm trying to work out, you know, great angles and settings to film nails because I've never done it before. I'm going to take my electric drill now and just seal that cuticle area. This is really, really important if you want your nails to last, because if you don't do this, they will end up lifting because they'll kind of be like chunky around that area. So you really want to file it down so it's really flush with that cuticle. And then I'm going to buff them to get rid of, you know, the scratches that the files and the electric file leave on the nails. So I'm going to buff these until they're really nice and smooth. And I'm going to just put a glossy top coat on these nails. This is by the Sienna Rose collection. And after I've applied that, I'm going to cure. Oh my God, that sounds really weird. I'm going to cure these nails for 60 seconds and then put on cuticle oil, and we're pretty much all done. But yeah, this is what the nails turned out like. I was really happy with them. They've lasted really well and they haven't lifted. So yeah, I want to film some more nails soon. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this and what nails you guys want to see, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.